Alright, what's going on, guys? It is your boy Brap Genius, back at it again with another video. Back at it again on the Grom clone. And today I'm going to be talking about how these bikes do in the cold. Yeah, start it off right, boys! Oh yeah, bud! Send it! Yeah! So anyone that's curious as to why I'm wearing a race suit on this, I just did my video trolling people on wearing a race suit on a mini bike. So if you're curious as to why I'm wearing a race suit on a mini bike, that's why. So I really wanted to talk today about, you know, how these mini bikes do in the cold in a number of aspects. The biggest thing that you're going to notice is starting a carbureted bike in the cold. You know, most everything today is fuel injected, so you're not really expecting to have problems when you start a bike in the cold when it's fuel injected, because they just start. Carburetors are a little bit different. And I've actually found, while this bike doesn't just start up in one pop like it does in the summer, it still starts, even when it's cold. You know, it's 30-something degrees today. I haven't tried it in the 20s or 10s yet, but the bike still starts, guys. Still starts up with no major issues. I'll turn on the carb, or not turn on the carb, guys. I'll turn on the choke for the carb, start the bike. Takes a couple seconds to, like, you know, sputter up to where it should be when the choke is on, the high idle speed. But you know, it gets there. You just leave it for a second, give it a little rev, and then once it gets up to the high idle speed, you put it down to about half choke, and, you know, hold it there for, you know, a little bit. And once you do that, the bike does fine. Now, I can't say this for stock carbs because my carburetor is not stock, but to get the carb kit that I have a fake Mikuni. It was $35 for the whole kit. You know, you guys should get it because then you can ride your bikes in the winter. I don't know how the stock carb does. But yeah, so it starts up, hold it at half choke till it's warmed up, then you get on and you go. It would idle a little low in the beginning, so I'd have to keep it revved because, like I said, it's not really jetted for the colder weather. But, you know, it would hold up okay. It would make it through. And then once I started riding, it feels fine. It runs as it normally would on the street. You know, there's not too many big differences when it comes to the cold. My biggest concern was going to be the tires, because the stock tires that this bike comes with, I know they're garbage. But the bike surprisingly has held up really well. I haven't really lost traction on colder days yet. And we'll see what happens. It's only the beginning of winter, but the bike, once these tires get warmed up, you know, they seem to hold pretty well. Reaction time for the bike, the throttle response, it still feels normal. You know, there aren't too many things that I notice when it comes to differences. You know, it starts up and goes pretty much just like it would in the spring. Part of the reason I got this bike too, guys, is because I want to have a bike to ride in the winter. Anybody that watches my channel knows I don't like riding my Gixxer in the winter. But if you guys are seeing Gixxer videos in the winter this year, guys, it's because I'm like 2 months ahead on all of my videos. Literally, I've got like almost 20 videos edited. And it is still November when I'm recording this video. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. So I wanted to really bust out a bunch of extra content so that I can make it through the winter and still drop 2 videos a week. So if you guys are watching Gixxer videos in the middle of February, that's how this is possible. But yeah, so I wanted to be able to have an extra motorcycle that I could ride in the winter, because I don't ride my Gixxer in the winter. So yeah, I have my YZ250, but a 2-stroke in snow, guys, I don't know if you know, they don't mix. I'm gonna end up blowing up my engine, so I don't know how the snow is gonna be this winter. If we get a lot of snow, I'm not gonna be able to ride my dirt bike in the woods either. And then bam, that's it. Only thing I'll have left to ride is would have been my Mustang. I would have only been able to drive my Mustang. Wow, we're gonna stop in the middle of nowhere, huh? That was pretty wild. But now that I have this bike, you know, I could still ride this through the winter. Oh yeah, full send. So I'll have an extra bike for the winter. And you know, I'm gonna do all kinds of, you know, adventures with this bike in the winter. You know, I'll take this bike out in the snow, see how it does, have some fun, you know. Now another important thing too, guys, look at that dog. Another important thing too, guys, when it comes to this bike, you got to be aware this bike doesn't have a windscreen. So if you have another bike that has a windscreen and that's what you're used to riding year round, just be aware when it comes to winter riding with this bike, you know, you're hitting all that cold air is going right into you. It's not floating over you like it would if you have a windshield on, let's say like a Harley or something, or if you have even a sport bike, at least you could tuck down. This thing, there's nothing to block the wind. So it hasn't been too bad this year, but I know I'm gonna have to wear some extra coverings over my neck and head area to keep me warm throughout the winter. But yeah, so overall, guys, from what I've noticed with this bike, it takes on the winter pretty well. It starts up, it goes, it does what it needs to. The stock tires, like I said, definitely are not good, but so far they seem like they can hold up in the winter cold. So if this video helps you guys at all, let me know by hitting the like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and you guys have a great day. I will see you in the next one. Peace.